Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video for you featuring 5 items that I think are smart buys for when you're starting your luxury collection. Now I've been collecting luxury handbags for years now, and along the way I've also added some other designer pieces to my wardrobe. And this video is really gonna be about some tips and tricks that I've picked up along the way, some knowledge that I've gained through my own personal experience and personal mistakes, and just kind of things that I've learned about my own style that I think might help you moving forward. So if you're interested in starting your own luxury collection and maybe learning some tips and tricks on how best to do so, then keep watching. So I wanted to start off by saying, although I love luxury handbags and other designer goods, I definitely do not dress head to toe in designer items. I cannot afford to do that, nor is that a desire of mine. I really prefer to mix and match my higher end pieces with more affordable fashion. To me, it makes the most sense. It makes my budget go a lot further. And then I'm able to afford the more expensive handbag that I may want if I end up saving in another area of my wardrobe. So when you're starting a luxury collection, the first thing I think you should think about is what items do you use on an everyday basis? This could be different for everyone, obviously. So what are the things that you know that you use the most? Because that is where you want to invest your money in. And one item that I really think is an amazing starting piece is any type of key holder. And so I have 2 examples here, and I have the Louis Vuitton 6-ring key holder, and I have the Louis Vuitton key clay. And guys, these are great items. I know you've probably seen a lot of reviews on these on YouTube, and there's a reason for it. They're just such good heavy duty items that you can wear every single day. I really don't think anyone has ever bought one of these items and really regretted it. You use your keys every day, or most people do. I know I do, and it's great to have something to hold your keys in, especially if you're using a more expensive bag. You don't want your keys rubbing up against anything or making scratches inside your bag. This really will protect your bag from your keys. And Louis Vuitton is not the only fashion house that does this. I know Chanel has a key holder too. Prada does as well. I think Gucci does as well. You can really try out a fashion house's leather, or in this case canvas, without breaking the bank and buying a handbag collection. And another item that I think is great to add to your collection when you're just starting off is any type of pouch bag, cosmetic bag, anything like that. And I have 2 examples here. So this is my Louis Vuitton Pochette Accessoires in the monogram canvas, and this is my Louis Vuitton mini pochette in the Damier Ebene canvas. And guys, these things are so good. First of all, they're pouches. So they're not styles. They're not a style handbag or anything like that. So these are never going anywhere. They'll be around forever. I use this as an everyday catch-all in my work bag. It's great because I can put my keys, my wallet, lipstick, anything in here, and it won't get lost in my giant work bag. Same thing for the mini pochette. I use this as a catch-all in all of my handbags, at least all of them that will fit in. And I put things from hand sanitizer, lipstick, Band-Aids, any of those things that I might need when I'm out. And these are great. I use them all the time. I get cost per wear down a lot. These are just great starter pieces. Guys, I just wanted to add that these pouches that I just talked about and the key holders that I just touched on, they are great starter prices. And yes, they are still quite expensive. They're luxury goods, but they're not the same level price as a handbag. All right guys, next item that I think would be a great first starter piece is any type of small wallet or card holder. And I have a few different examples for you here. Here's my Louis Vuitton Rosalie coin purse. And this guy is great because it's so versatile. I mean, this is definitely a good example of an everyday wallet. It kind of goes with everything. It's super small and thin and compact, so it fits into most size bags. It's just great. I use this all the time. There's room for your cash and your cards. It's just great. And the fact that it is in a neutral canvas like monogram, it really does go with everything. Another example of that is my Chanel card holder here, and this guy is another great one because it's in a neutral color, it's black. This is not going out of style. It's classic Chanel. It has the quilting on it, and you get the feel of Chanel. You get to test out their leather without buying a classic handbag, which is thousands and thousands of dollars. Another example of a wallet or card holder that is a good starter piece is this YSL card holder. Guys, this guy is a great card holder. The leather on this is fantastic. YSL leather is amazing in general. So I love it if you get this card holder, which I think is a very reasonable price. I'll list it down below. This card holder, you can test out that leather. You can get a really good feel for what the quality is of this fashion house. And I think this is great. Again, it's in black leather with gold hardware. It'll go with anything and it'll be around for years and years to come. You'll get a lot of wear out of it. Okay, moving on to handbags. So you guys know I love luxury handbags, but there are still some luxury handbags that are probably a better choice for a first purchase than others. And I'm talking about an everyday handbag. I'm talking about a handbag that you can wear all the time, that you don't have to change in and out of day to day, and that is super practical. So one example of this is my Louis Vuitton Neverfull, and I use this as an everyday work bag, but I know a lot of people love to use this as just an everyday bag in general. It's super practical. Again, it's canvas. You don't have to worry necessarily about wear and tear on this bag. You can kind of throw it around, and I think that's really important for the beginning of your luxury collection. I don't know about you guys, but being able to wear the luxury bag is a very important part of owning the luxury bag. And so when you're first starting off with a luxury collection, you might be a little nervous to wear the bags. I know I was. And I don't know about you, but the word luxury can be a little intimidating. And so for me, I think going for a bag that you know you can wear all the time, that you know wear and tear is not going to be a problem with, is probably your best option at the beginning. Especially because you might be a little bit more nervous because it might be more money than you've ever spent on a handbag. So you want to make sure that you're purchasing a bag that you really are going to wear. I have a couple of other examples of really good starter bags that I think you can use on an everyday basis. One of them is my Louis Vuitton Speedy 25 Bandolier. And this bag is another great bag because it really does go with everything. You can wear it in the rain, nothing's gonna happen to it because of the canvas. It fits so much stuff in it. It's super versatile. And I think this is another one because it's never gonna go out of style. The Speedy has been around forever. You don't have to purchase this and worry about whether or not it'll still be in a year or two. One last suggestion for an everyday bag is the Neo Noe. And I love this bag, guys. To me, this is kind of like, I think of this almost as like the new Neverfull. Like I've been seeing it a lot lately, and I think that's because it's just so practical. I have mine here with the black trim and the monogram, and I love the black leather on this bag because it just makes it so easy to wear. You don't have to worry about rain or anything because there's no vachetta on it. It kind of goes with everything. And I really love the fact that this is a bucket bag. The shape of it is so classic. Bucket bags have been around forever. They're gonna be around forever. So again, you don't have to worry when you buy this bag, is it gonna be in style in a year? You know it will be. In contrast, one type of handbag that I would avoid buying at the beginning is a special occasion handbag. For me especially, I know I don't have that many events that I go to where I will need a special occasion bag. I'm either usually going to work where I'm going to carry a work bag, or I'm out and about maybe on the weekends or in the evenings, and I'm probably going to be wearing a more casual or practical bag. So one example of a special occasion bag in my collection is this YSL clutch, and I love this, guys. It's beautiful. But I only bought this recently, and I have a pretty decent sized collection. I couldn't really justify buying a bag that I would really only wear for evenings until more recently, when I had kind of discovered that I had a lot of very practical bags that I do wear on an everyday basis. I finally allowed myself to go out and buy a bag where I was like, okay, I won't wear this all the time. I will probably only wear it for special occasions, and I know that. But when you're buying a first luxury handbag, you really want to make sure you can wear a lot. You want to get a lot of joy out of it. And although I love this bag and I get joy out of it, I don't get to use it that often, and that's just plain and simple. So although this is a very beautiful bag, it's one that I would avoid buying right away. Okay guys, the last luxury piece that I recommend you adding to your luxury collection at the beginning is a designer pair of shoes. But I don't mean just any designer pair of shoes. I'm talking about a practical designer pair of shoes that you know you can wear all the time. So for example of what I'm not talking about, hold on a second. Okay guys, so here is my one and only pair of Christian Louboutin heels. And guys, I quickly realized after I bought these that these were a really not smart buy for me. And to be honest guys, these just do not work well for my lifestyle. I do wear heels to work, but I work in an office where I don't particularly think that Louboutins would be appropriate for everyday use. and for my life outside of work. Again, I just don't have that many occasions that I go to where I need super dressy heels. And I do have other heels in my closet that do fit the bill when I do need heels. And as you can see, guys, these are pristine. I really haven't worn them much at all. They still look great. And it's funny because I purposely did not buy that high of a heel when I purchased these shoes because I thought I was being super practical and being like, okay, I know, Anne, you're not gonna wear super duper high stilettos, so buy a heel that you can walk in. So I am proud that I did that. But I will say, these are still very uncomfortable. I thought that they would make it a little less uncomfortable. These are still very uncomfortable shoes. So now I know that if I'm gonna go and buy a designer pair of shoes and spend money on them, then I'm gonna buy a shoe that I'm gonna be able to wear on a day-to-day basis. So let me give you an example of a shoe purchase that I am very happy with. These are my Nicholas Kirkwood loafers, and I love these guys. I have worn these to death. As you can see, the bottoms are extremely worn, and that's because I can wear these both to work and outside of work. These are great shoes. I don't regret this purchase at all. I've gotten tons and tons of wear out of them. And this is a great example of a shoe that's comfortable to walk in, but it's still dressy enough that you can wear for multiple different occasions. These are just a favorite of mine. Speaking of shoes, I want to say something that might be a little controversial, and I want to talk about Valentino Rockstuds. And guys, I love Valentino Rockstuds. I think that they are some of the most beautiful shoes in the world, and I have tried them on a number of times. But here's the thing. They are very dressy shoes. And again, I don't have many dressy occasions to be wearing shoes like that. And they're very, very high. The heels are extremely high, unless you get the kitten heels, which I think are a lot more practical. But in general, the heel is pretty high on those shoes, and I just can't walk in them. And as much as I would like to tell myself that I can walk in them, I know I cannot walk in them, and at least not for longer than probably 5 minutes. So for me, although I think they are beautiful, honestly, some of the most beautiful shoes that I've ever seen, I just can't justify buying them. However, I love the Rockstud look so much that I did invest in these sandals. So I have these both in the black and the pink nude, and I wear these to death in the summer, guys, to death. They go with everything. I wear sandals all the time. They're flat. They go with so many different things. These were a great investment for me. Again, there's something that I can wear in my day-to-day life. I know that they work for me and my style, and I can walk in these. It's amazing. Okay guys, I want to leave you with this. Fashion is so subjective. So if you don't agree with what I just said, that's totally okay. Throw it all out the window. These are just things that I've learned about myself, and I hope that they can be helpful for you. Okay guys, that does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And I'd love for you to subscribe down below so you could come back and see me. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what luxury piece you think is a great starter piece. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.